welcome back to my channel. Today we're checking out Xenoverse 2. Gonna be doing the new raid that just dropped. Today when I'm recording this, but probably the day after when I upload. I just showed my skills and my QQ Bang and my Super Soul and stuff. Nothing too crazy or anything, just a build that will get me the damage usually within like 2 or 3 games. And I usually just search for a game. I usually don't host for raids unless I'm having trouble finding it. But this raid also shouldn't be too hard. It's against Android 21, and I don't think she has super armor or anything. So it's not like it's one of the really tough ones. Like I think it was the Gogeta one that was up not too long ago. It was one where you can end up just messing you up pretty bad. But for the rewards, for participating, you get 50 TP medals and some Hercule badges. For 5k damage, you get 50 TP medals. Street name more. Android 21's golden lab coat shoes. Then for 15k damage, you get 50 TP medals. Android 21's golden gloves. And then you get a Jacko artwork. And then at 30k damage, you get 50 TP medals, Android 21's pants, and you also get Android 21's wig that has her glasses on it. And then at 50k damage, you get 50 TP medals, Android 21's golden lab coat, and then you get a Kaba artwork. And then if you want extra TP medals, if you do 100k damage, you get 50 TP medals and a street name called Avenger. I personally only ever do the 50k damage. I think I've done the 100k like once or twice when I was first starting on. Especially when I didn't know you could search your total damage after you're done. And I used to just like play until I thought I would get it. So I wasn't quite as efficient as I am now. Whereas I just hop on, play a couple, and just finish up. But I've also gotten all like the artwork and keys and stuff from the raid, so I used to also have to grind for that, which I don't anymore. But you can also just see my strategy here for the most part, is I use a lot of bending Kamehamehas. This Death Meteor, I think it's called, is a really good tracking ult. It is melee damage, so it's not like really min-maxed on my build, because mine's for key damage. And then I use Evil Ray Strike to guard break. There's a couple other guard break moves, but I found this one to be the quickest usually. But you could use like the Beerus and Whis one, or you can use Dodoria's one, which cancels into an ult. It's a good one if you're using like Emperor's Death Beam or something. But usually for my maximum damage, I just throw Bending Kamehameha after guard breaks. Basically just a big spam fest on raid quests, which is why I'm not too big of a fan of them. I prefer like doing parallel quests and stuff where you can actually like combo enemies and actually like do shit. When it just becomes like charging and spamming, it's kind of takes a lot of the fun out of the game for me. Also, you tend to have to play. Well, not have to, you can use non-custom characters, but it's pretty inefficient to not use one. Whereas on, like, parallel quests and online especially, I just use some of the cast characters, because I find their combos more fun. And it's just, the game would be way, like, more stale to me if I just played my custom character with, like, one combo string, as opposed to where like every other character has their own unique one. Ooh, that was a nice bending Kamehameha. I'm also a really big fan of the like custom cast characters with like the keys and the mentors. I really hope in one of the next updates they add like a bunch more characters. Especially like Super Saiyan Gogeta and Vegito could still use a key. I can't think of a ton just off the top of my head, but I know there's quite a few characters that still like could use a key, because they are either not really the best to play, or they're just like you have to play him like one way. I was really happy when Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta got his custom character, custom key, because I really liked him, but I wasn't really a fan of his moveset, and I feel like it didn't leave you very many options. As opposed to now, you can do like a bunch of different shit and like actually have like key blasts and like longer combos, and it just feels much better than just having some moves that you don't really like using. Another thing I would absolutely love to see, especially for Android 21, is her getting a transformation or getting just a new Android 21 that is her like evil form with like the purple. But it's just weird that we got her and she like doesn't even have her pink as like a transformation. I mean, kind of makes sense with the way Xenoverse like gets its characters, but that's one thing I am definitely looking forward to. What's the title? It's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I think is what they're going with in the West now too. They're switched to Sparking. But I'm looking forward to being able to go through multiple transformations on a character. So one thing I liked about Kakarot more than Xenoverse is that you could have multiple transformations on the same time and switch between them. Because I feel like that's kind of like iconic Dragon Ball type of shit. That, and we'll have like beam clashes and stuff. Definitely excited for that game. Also slightly worried because modern games kind of garbage. But still excited. I think it'll be good. Especially with, I think we've gotten stuff saying that it's going to be the biggest roster and stuff like that. So I am worried though that we won't get GT characters, which would be such a shame. So we're at 27k for damage. So have to do one more of this, and I think, if I remember right, she's really low health and we have a chance of killing her. I wish Xenoverse would update though, so that when you kill the raid boss, it like gave you either like a bunch of damage, or it gave you like a special reward if you did kill them, or like you just got extra TP medals or something, because it essentially is not beneficial to kill them, because you get less chance of actual time to damage on the enemy, but it's just how it goes until they get to max level, and then you rarely get a chance to kill them that often. But kind of is inefficient, but I think, I don't remember this fight exactly, but I think it lasted almost the entire duration, so get a decent chunk of damage off of it. You can also see now I switched to Evolved instead of Beast, and I'm focusing way more on just Evil Ray Strikes and bending Kamehamehas, which is definitely much more efficient. It just is less enjoyable to me, and usually when I'm doing this just in my personal time, I'm kind of like half AFKing shit, where I like set it up, especially for like expert missions. I essentially set it up so I could just charge and then lock onto the enemy and just spam like bending Kamehameha or just like any tracking move like that. And then you don't even really have to look at the screen, and I can be like watching anime or something like that. So that's how I normally grind it. It's not like it's super intense gameplay. Sometimes the raids are a bit more difficult. Also, I haven't paid attention. I don't know if they level up past 99 yet. Like if they also got their level cap raised. I would assume so, but I haven't really paid attention in that much detail. And I think she's only like level 95 or 94 at the moment. I'll have to take a peek the next time I'm on Xenoverse and check. I was a bit out of it when I was actually recording this footage, because it was recorded before I'm recording this audio. It's because it ended up being like 4 a.m. and I was like just out of it. I didn't realize how late it had gone, because I was just grinding in this game and in Brave Souls And I just didn't think he had gone that late. So like by the time I realized, I was like, man, I need to go to sleep. But it's okay. And yeah, for videos like this, it usually doesn't like matter when I record the audio. It's kind of irrelevant of time. But for these raids, if just one person even has a guard break move, it makes it so much easier. And wow, bit wasted a super soul, but I mean that's what mine is too. That's why I don't use it. It's nice when someone has an attack up, but we did Merker anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we actually didn't run into very many annoying people when I was doing raids last night, which is super nice. And I managed to get first again. And I did have slightly more, so to get just a tiny bit, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pull out a Cyberman, and I'm gonna get a self-destruct. So I pull him out, and right as we were ending off, running out of time, fucking self-destruct. But that'll be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.